Okay, peeps, so I am back with another journal. So this one is kind of a remix. I put together a junk journal using this paper collection, oh my goodness, last year, like when I just started my shop. And it expired, the listing expired. But when I found this fabric, I knew that I wanted to redo that journal that expired. So that's what I did. The paper collection is called Fall, I think it's called Fall in the Park or something like that. But to me, I think that it could be used for fall or spring because of the bright colors. So you tell me what you think. I'm going to share it with you now. Like I said, this is a fabric covered journal. I've made fabric journals before, mostly denim because I'm obsessed with denim because I wear jeans 24/7. And I recycle my old denim jeans. I keep them and I cut them up and I cover books with them. And if you care to see those, I'll be happy to do a video and share all the journals I've created using my jeans. So this one I made with this pretty fabric that I got from my fabric store on clearance, and I just thought it had like this vintage like country feel, and it reminded me of the paper collection that I just told you about. So I covered it, this is a file folder, I covered it with felt first that's in between the fabric and the file folder. So the edges are raw. It is not sewn because I'm not brave enough quite yet to sew my covers just yet. But I'm going to get there one day. I'm going to get there. So it's adhered using some heat and bond and some fabric glue. So, and then the spine has this gorgeous, let me take this off first. This is a headband from the Dollar Tree, and I sewed and glued this fabric flower. I'll give you a close-up in a minute. So this is the headband, so it's stretchy, it has room. And then I use Tim Holtz tattered floral dye, and I just cut some different fabrics, scraps from this fabric, and then this fabric that I had in my stash, and some lace, and I just layered it and added this button that I don't know if it's vintage or not, but it looks vintage to me. And so I added it there, and I love it so much. So let me show you this beautiful trim. Isn't that just gorgeous? And I have like a little tiny piece left. I have to go back to my fabric store and see if they have more left. So there's the back. This was so difficult to trim around to keep that file folder, you know, look. But I did it. And I'm really, really happy the way this came out. So, as you can see, I'm kind of stuck on this style of file folder. It's constructed just like the New York ones. So, I didn't put a pocket in the front, which I usually do. But this was so pretty, I really didn't want to cover it. But I did put a pocket in the back. But you, of course, you have these big pockets here, and I have these huge tags that I made, and I just covered it with this pretty napkin that I decoupage, and then I sprayed with my homemade glimmer spray, and the back is just plain, so you can journal on it. And then I have my really soft yarn that I tied up here, and I have this little cameo right here, and so you can use that for additional journaling. So let me put that back in there. So they're identical tags in the front and the back. So I won't pull that one out. Okay, so here's the paper, and I added some lace, but not a lot on some of the pages because it was already, like I said, some of the pages was already done. if you want to see what this used to look like, I will try to link it somewhere so you can see. So this is a fabric that I adhered on here, but I hand stitched it at the top because this is before I had my sewing machine. I added a little lace here. I added a Tim Holtz, I don't know what they're called, but the little quotes. And this one says, life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. This is some stationery that I coffee dyed with some little bunnies on it. And I just think they're so cute. It says, I'm so lucky to have someone like you. Aww. And then this is my stencil. Coffee dyes pages that have stencil on it. So I don't know if I said this, but this paper just has like a vintage country type feel to me. It just reminds me of that. And I use my Tim Holtz bird cage here, and so crazy how this came out because it wasn't intended to come out like this. But I painted it, I left it out so I remember, with this silks here that I've had in my stash forever. And it's a little old. It's called Spice Pumpkin. And so I painted it, and then I decided I wanted it to be a little shimmery, so I sprayed it with my homemade shimmer, and it gave me this cool oxidized type look, like when you use the Distress Oxide and then you spray it with water. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to give you a close-up so maybe you can see what I'm talking about, the effects that it gave me. I think it's so cool. And so I just added this little rickrack ribbon and some enamel dots down here, and then tied some of my soft yarn, and I kept it open for this tuck spot. I think the bestie gave me this, I don't even know. And here's the bird that goes with the bird cage. He flew away. So I decoupaged him with some French book pages that I also got from the bestie, and I left him open so you can tuck that in there. This is some coffee dyed line page. I know you probably can't even see the lines, it's so faint. This is actually a tuck spot as well. Of course, you guys know I always leave my envelopes open. Alrighty. And so here's the envelope, and it has a journal card in it, and then my stencil on the envelope, and then a coffee dyed doily. Some more of my stencil. This is the Dollar Tree stencil, you guys. You see how pretty that comes out? And I don't know, I'm probably repeating myself, and I probably said this before. If you know that the Dollar Tree stencil I'm talking about, it has adhesive on one side. Don't put the adhesive side on your paper because it will tear your paper up. The adhesive is so strong. I've used it over and over and over again with my coffee, and it still sticks. So use the opposite side and do your stenciling. So that's my little tip. And here's another stationery, and this one says, when I heard the news, I couldn't help but smile constantly. So I just thought the colors just look really pretty with this. And it's a little piece of crocheted trim right here. A little flower stamp that I also got from the bestie. And some more lined paper. Coffee dyed paper. There's some more of my stencil paper. It's a little flower leaf birds up there. And then I did another Tim Holtz sticker. Says you can never have too much happy. Some more coffee dyed paper. And then I did one of my paper pieced mason jars. And then I left it open for a tuck spot. Home is wherever I'm with you. Sorry, you guys. I'm so tired, and I've only had one cup of coffee. So I did a little pocket here. It's actually a double pocket. And then this is a... Oh, I thought I was going to be a liar. This is a tuck spot. It's a very tight, a little small tuck spot, but it's a tuck spot. And then some more little trim on the page. And coffee dye paper. Little birdcage stamp right there. The stamping was already done from previously when I did this journal. So I just added some pages and some more coffee dye paper to it. And of course my stencil paper. And then this page, I made a pocket. So there is a pocket here. It has a little journal card inside. And then this one has a little tuck spot. There's the other half of the stationery. Some more coffee dye paper. The other half of the doily. There's a little ephemera piece that says all things grow with love. I got that from the bestie as well. And then I use my coffee dyed, oh my gosh, you guys know, the Baroque die. Die cut, and then I added a doily and another die cut on top of it. And I made a tuck spot. The earth laughs in flowers. And so here's the other side, bloom and grow. And then I love this trim. It just reminds me of like that vintage country feel that I'm going, you know, that I'm just, I don't know. You guys let me know if you get that feeling when you look at the paper and stuff, because that's what I get. So hopefully you get the same. There's the other half. And then I added another Tim Holtz sticker, Go Where Your Heart Takes You, at the bottom here. And this actually is a tuck spot that I didn't put anything in. So let's see. Right there. So that came from the bestie as well. I'll just leave it there. And there's a leaf stamp here. I decoupaged a glassine bag with this beautiful napkin. And I just paper clipped here the journal card so it didn't get lost. It didn't get lost in the pocket, but this is a journal card here. So that, and then here's the other big tag. I won't take it out because it's exactly the same as the other one. And that's it, you guys. So that's the back. I love this so much, and I definitely will be doing more fabric journals. Trying to build up my little fabric stash. I don't have a lot. Like I said, I recycle a lot of stuff, but I love making fabric ones, and one day I will actually sew the fabric on, but until then they have fabric glue and they have heat and bond until I'm brave enough to do it. So that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really want to know what you think about this, and I love the feel of it with the felt. It's so soft, and you know, I just love it. I just really love it. So that's it, you guys. So it'll be listed by the end of the day today. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, you guys. Oh, and thank you to my new subbies. I appreciate you guys so much. And thank you for all the amazing reviews I've been getting in my shop. I so appreciate you guys. Okay, bye. Have a great one.